Hi. So, sorry, I wasn't sleeping. Just waiting for YouTube to start recording. I do these like on the this online feed system of YouTube. We find to be quite good. Okay, today the topic I want to talk about it's between Christmas and New Year 2007, and the topic I want to talk about is Jing Jie. Uh, Jing means the border. Um, which you could use it in Chinese for the border of a country, yeah. And Jie is the world. Now, if I look at those two Chinese characters, I'll write them out so you can see. I like to look at the Chinese characters because you can often get like a clue for what they mean. And if you look into the origins of the characters, you get a clue for what they mean. Jing. That's that first character. Made up of the earth, and standing, and looking. Okay, and put together, you can see that a bit more clearly, I think. I haven't written it very nicely, I'm sorry. In fact, there's a spelling mistake in there, but I don't think anyone will have noticed. Yeah, basically, so you've got the Earth stand view. You could call it the viewpoint. And the world is made up of field armor. Field as in rice field, and armor as in shell or like protective coating. I think that's like interesting. I think you could think about that quite a lot. The Chinese say that we are always in one Jing Jie, one world or another. And we mainly live in the Wu Zhi Jing Jie, which is the material world. So we view material things as material, obviously. If we were to go into another world called, for example, the Qi Jing Jie, we would view the Qi as material. Yeah, so we treat the things, what we perceive as to be things in the world, is dependent upon the Jing Jie we enter. You could look at it as like a hypnosis. If somebody was hypnotized, they would actually see things differently according to their Jing Jie, according to the, if you like, the rules of their world. One of the famous Jing Jie is the Kung Fu Jing Jie. The Kung Fu Jing Jie is the Kung Fu world. Now, that's not a world where everyone watches Kung Fu movies. Sorry, I did ad-lib. I have written down some theory and now I'm ad-libbing. So it's not a world where people watch Kung Fu movies all the time. It's actually a world where special abilities, which is the other meaning of Kung Fu, yeah, where people have special abilities. So you could say, for example, somebody who's clairvoyant, they go into the zone and see into the future. Or I've been and visited a medium, and then she goes into a zone where she actually starts to pick up things from ancestors. Also, for example, when I've been doing Tai Chi touch, I'm going into a zone to treat that person. That would be called the Kung Fu Jing Jie. And to a certain extent, you know, where a lot of this like eventually comes into our comfort zone where we are literally living partly in our Kung Fu Jing Jie. The relevance of our knowledge, truth and theory is dependent upon the Jing Jie that we are in. So essentially truth and knowledge becomes a relative thing, dependent upon the Jing Jie. So if you're in, for example, a Jing Jie where the self doesn't exist, then well, selfish actions don't really make sense. They're stupid, yeah. But if, for example, you're in a Jing Jie where there is no self, yeah, sorry, start again. If you're in a Jing Jie where there is only self, then obviously selfish actions do make sense. So I'm just seeing a paradox in what I've said, but anyway. Well, listen, you're not supposed to just believe me. I should say my teacher had a great expression. It says, "If you follow me, don't follow me." Yeah. If you want to follow me, then then if you like, listen to me and don't necessarily do what I say or do what I do, but work it out for yourself. And I've always very much treasured this kind of teacher who says, think for yourself, and even go away and find yourself and come back later. It's far more valuable than somebody who says you have to think like this. This is the truth. I don't know if some people noticed I've been posting on David Icke's some of David Icke's videos. I actually like what David Icke says. Do think that generally it's a lot of it's based on Jing Jie, like this whole alien stuff. When he's seeing people turn to reptilians. Yes, it's quite possible that there's another Jing Jie, and if there's a Qi world, if you're perceiving the Qi world, you would, for example, perceive other beings that are sort of Qi beings. We will also perceive different aspects of human beings when we perceive Qi. And we notice there's a lot more, a lot of difference, differences in the world. I'm going to stop because I think I'm babbling. I hope it's been useful for some people. I did try to have a bit of a structure today. I did sort of sit down and try and work something out. But basically, the area of Jing Jie is very, very big. And the rules of the world of Jing Jie are basically dependent upon Jing Jie. So very often the Chinese will say you can't use scientific rules to try and understand their mysticism, because it's from another Jing Jie. It's not from the Wuzhi Jing Jie, the material world. Okay, well, I'm almost apologizing for this video, but I might have to redo it. Never mind. Bye.